So I'm so excited about this. I feel like this is taking the community to the next level, just to be able to connect like this and kind of off hours. This is not our typical time to talk. And it's cool to see everybody in like different outfits too. That's my favorite part. It's like you see the gym attire, but to see, you guys kind of like dressed up and stuff, it's pretty funny. You look great. It's not funny. You look great. I think the main topic or behind this was to three things: to make this be some type of education piece. Maybe there's something that we can talk about that you've been interested in and you can take with you. The second thing is some type of inspiration. Maybe this is something that, each month, if you need something that kind of lights the fire again, this can be it. Especially because we're going to really try to keep this short and simple. And I think that is always the strongest type of medicine, when it's just kind of straight to the point. And then I think the third thing is going to be is support. I think that's something that everybody needs. And, that's what we're all here to do, is to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. So to have a bunch of support around that is fantastic on all levels. And, it's kind of fun to get to meet different people in different walks of life and hear what they've gone through and hear what they're going through, and to know that you're not alone doing those types of things. And I think that's why people come to the gym, is because it's a great place to work out. It's more fun to, do burpees together than it is by yourself, if it can ever be fun. So looks like baby has calmed down for a second.
Thankfully.
So I'll pass it back off to Molly.
All right. So tonight's topic, we just really want to help and inspire you guys to take your health and fitness to the next level, because that is why we're all here, right? We are not like coming to the gym and the stuff to be complacent or go backwards with where we're at in life. We're all striving to better ourselves. And some of you guys, maybe that's to be a better athlete. Some of you guys, maybe it's to have better health. Some of you guys, it's to be functional as long as possible in your life. So lots of different reasons, but a similar underlying reason with everyone. So we want to just try to inspire you guys, give you some information and motivation to take things to the next level. And it doesn't have to be dramatic, a big next level. Maybe it's just a little notch up. But that's what we want to try to help you guys do and inspire you guys to do. So the first thing would be with your workouts. And what we really need to do with workouts in order to take things to the next level is consistency. Consistency is king. It trumps everything else that comes to anything related to working out. If you can just be consistent and show up consistently, the rest starts to happen. It's not setting the priority on being the strongest person in the gym or being the fittest person in the gym. It's usually the person who continues to show up the most consistently gets the best results for themselves, because we don't need to compare ourselves to other people anyways, right? This is all about your own journey. So consistency is king. And you're going to have to get a little bit out of your comfort zone, because sometimes, maybe, hey, I made it to the gym twice this week, or I made it 3 times this week, when in reality, maybe you should be coming 4 to 5 times a week whenever possible, because those times when you're getting there 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 3 times is decent, but 4 would really be pretty good. So consistency.
One thing on that too, I think it's important to also say, like, that could be something that isn't at the gym.
Right.
And Molly has to do a lot of her workouts in the garage real early in the morning because she's with the kids. So it could be a walk, it could be a run, it could be whatever that is. And I know Anna's always doing stuff in her basement, it isn't. And sometimes it's just at the grocery store showing up. You know what I mean? Like, we have like 2 alter egos. It's like, who am I shopping for tonight? Double stuffed Oreo Tim or 10-day cleanse Tim, so I think you just kind of like having more things in line is also another name for consistency. So we say gym, and that of course is we want to see you guys, but I think also
just physical activity.
Yeah, big picture.
So as far as workouts go and taking that to the next level too, so after consistency, we then start to look at intensity, adding, more resistance or weights to your training too. And we need to look at that as well. So once you get the consistency down, then we need to start looking at, okay, can I push myself a little bit harder when I'm in the gym? And it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy. And sometimes it's not going to be fun either. So we've got to get out of our comfort zone and get a little uncomfortable. But we also need to remember that that's not going to be every single workout. That's not going to be every single week. You need to listen to your body. We don't want you overtraining. So it's finding that fine line of pushing yourself hard enough, but then also pulling back when you need to. If you've been going all out for 5, 6, 7 weeks with no break and you're starting to feel like poo, then it's time to take a week at the gym where you just come in and show up and you go easy, you have fun, you scale, you mobilize a little extra and give yourself that rest and recovery week. And sometimes that's day by day too. Anything else as far as workouts
go? I think she nailed it with balance. Consistency is great. And what that means is not to be extreme as well. And so, if there's times in your life where it is a couple times a week, you can do it. That's great. That's part of that season. And then there's going to be other times where you can be there 5 or 6 times, but finding that balance and listening to your body. And I know certainly with our fitness, like I probably work out less than I used to, but the quality is higher. It used to be every day trying to do something. And then, you listen to your body more and more, and maybe it's a mobility day. And I know Longevity does every Tuesday, they're doing yoga. And I think that's been one of the best things for that class, is to, really look at, your health and wellness in a well-balanced way.
Okay. And I think Tim brought up a good point too. As far as the big view goes, consistency, sometimes things come up in life. And I know I'm looking at a few of you guys on here who've had some things come up where you can't be consistent in the gym, but you've had years of consistency. And so you have laid the groundwork and have healthy habits that are going to stay with you forever. So that's kind of what we're talking to is, sometimes things come up. So this brings us to our next point. This is a quick one. The extras pay off to take things to the next level. And I'm talking extras as far as still on the workout train that we're talking about. So things like extra mobility, yoga, foam rolling, getting the lacrosse ball out, getting the voodoo floss out. All of those things really pay off. They not only help you get more mobile, more flexible, they help you heal injuries, prevent injuries. They help recovery from your workouts. So it does a lot of things. And this doesn't have to be a huge commitment of, gosh, I have to do 3 hours of yoga every week. You can come in the gym and do a minute pigeon stretch on each side. And you're going to, do that a few times a week, and you're going to see some big changes in how your squat feels. So it does not need to be a lot. But again, we come back to that consistency thing. If you guys can commit and do a little bit all the time, that's going to make a big difference. Good there?
Nailed it.
Okay. We're moving a little bit away from the workout piece now, and we're going to nutrition. So nutrition, in order to take your health and fitness to the next level, has to be better. You cannot expect things to get better if you don't make changes there. And just like the workouts, it's going to be uncomfortable. Changing your nutrition sometimes is not very fun. It's not very easy. We have to remember that food literally is a drug for our bodies. We're putting this into our body, into our system. It affects all of our organs, our brain, our hormones. So it's not going to be comfortable to break the barrier to the next nutritional level to take you guys to a new place, whether it's putting on muscle, leaning out, maybe it's to even out your hormones and your moods thing. There's all kinds of reasons that you guys could look into changing your nutrition. But we cannot expect big changes to come if nutrition's not in order.
Yeah. And one more thing on that. I think when you internally change, the things you eat change. And, it comes with time, but I think, we're a pretty mature group at the gym, and I think we all get it where, we eat a certain way now, because we, have a little bit more stability in our life. When things are unstable, you're reaching for every high that you can find from, any type of sugar or alcohol, whatever it is, right? Pick yours. But I think stability within really helps with the nutrition as well. And it's vice versa. So it's kind of like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? So you can either start from the outside or from the inside, but it really needs to be both. And the beautiful part is it does both. It works for both. So mental health and gut health, we know are related quite a bit. So I'm not an expert to speak on that, but I know how I feel when I'm eating good, and vice versa.
So then that brings us to the next piece of the puzzle, which is mental health. If our brain is filled with stress and anxiety, some negativity, depression, it's going to be really hard to make changes in your life and stick to those. You're going to be more successful with things if you're happier, you're, feeling good. So mental health is so important. And that could mean many different things for people and how you approach that. Maybe it's seeing a counselor or a therapist. Maybe it is journaling every day. Maybe it's going out for a walk in nature and leaving your phone at home. There's just so many ways that you can help yourself as far as depression, anxiety, stress, all of those things go. So we need to just be aware of that and try to work on that, because it's going to make it easier to show up for the gym when we're not in this angsty mindset. It's going to be easier to make a better decision with our food when we're not feeling bad. And that's usually when we make the worst decisions with food, isn't it? When we're really stressed or really worried or really sad. So keeping our mental health in check is important. That doesn't mean you can't feel those things. Sometimes for some people, it means you need to feel those things more and let yourself work through those. And this is, I feel like, a big hot topic with Tim. Just he's like studies this stuff every day. So give us your wisdom.
No, I think the word is support. I think, if we wanted some plumbing done at our house, I certainly would not try to do it. And Molly might, she'd be better at it, but we'd hire a plumber. You find a trainer, you find a nutritionist, you find so support and therapy and counseling, they have kind of a weird bad name, or they get kind of this bad shtick, when in fact it's growth. Some of the most successful people have these coaches and these counselors and therapists all around them all the time. They get it, they understand it. So to see that as a weakness is really an odd way. So, but again, support with each other, and it's humility. I think the other part of getting support is when you're humble, you're open to learning new things. And I think guys, not to speak for all the guys out there, but probably have a harder time. The whole joke about asking for directions. But we would appear to look weak if we didn't know something, when in fact it takes so much courage to ask for help. So I think that's one of the big things that comes to mind, and it's taken a long time to get to that point. As a man, to realize that and to be humble. I think that's the word with all that.
So Tim was mentioning support quite a bit, and that does bring us to our final point. So support is huge, and I'm sure most of you guys have experienced this at some point in your journey. If you haven't, I'm so happy for you. But being alone on your journey, where you don't have anyone that's rooting for you, that's alongside you throughout this journey, it makes it really, really difficult. And maybe you have had someone with you, maybe you do now, but I want to encourage you guys to build a tribe around yourself of people who support you and are in a similar lifestyle as you. So, put in a little extra effort when you're at the gym to talk to the other people in your class and get to know them. It's really nice to have some close friends in your class that you go to. Put some effort in to work health and fitness in with your friends and your family. It can be as simple as, hey, do you want to go on a walk tonight with me? Or, hey, I prepped this meal the other day and I have an extra. Do you want it? And sometimes just those things can completely open the door for someone who maybe didn't even have health and fitness on their mind or in their life. And now you've become this little piece of the puzzle to their future for them. Plus, it's going to help you too. The more people that you can have around you and surrounding you and supporting you. Feel free to invite friends into the gym. We will be there to help these people out. You know, if they come in and it's a hellacious workout, we'll scale it down for them. But that can be so nice to bring a friend in and introduce them. You know, you guys love this for a reason, and it's so cool when you get to share that with someone else. And same thing with the nutrition challenges that we have, even the little week-long challenges that we do on Sugar WOD. If you have someone that's like wants to work on their hydration, and you know we did that week-long hydration challenge on Sugar WOD, and you see that pop up again, get your friends involved in it with you. It's just, support is huge for you and for other people. You guys have no idea how much you could potentially change someone's life. You guys are all some powerful, influential people, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
All right, how are we doing on time?
We have like 2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Aaron Saxton, this is hilarious, says, I can't form whole sentences at 5 a.m. To talk to anybody, basically. So Aaron, here's the advice that I'll give you. Fist bumps. Fist bumps go a long way before, during, and after workouts. People love the fist bump. That's hilarious. So you might lose us here in just a little bit, as I think we've got just a few minutes, like Molly said.
We want to keep it short.
And we want to keep it short. But just don't forget in this journey that there's stages, just like there's seasons. I mean, there's going to be times where you're excited. There's going to be times where you feel like you have to work really hard and you're doing something new. There's going to be times where you get results. And then there's going to be times where somebody new comes into the gym and you need to be kind of a mentor. And then it kind of goes through the whole process again. So don't get too caught up in anything that's going to change. And everything's going to change. So don't get too caught up in it. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy every moment that you're at the gym. You never know. You never know, if an injury would happen or something, this could be it, right? So each and every moment, each and every WOD could be a gift. And of course, that's cheesy to say as well, but the seasons thing is a big deal, and that could be put into any part of your life as well. Things will continue. They will get better. They will get worse. They will get they will get worse. So sit back, enjoy it as much as you can, and enjoy your life. And that's what I think being healthy allows us to do, is to enjoy our lives a little bit deeper, in a little bit deeper way.
All right, guys. Well, we don't want to keep you for too long. We really appreciate you guys showing up tonight, and we will do this again next month, the first Thursday of the month at 7:30. We're going to try to keep this going as long as we can and have a little bit of a different topic each time. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you guys around. Bye, guys.
See you tomorrow.